This mother's behavior was absolutely shocking. She only cooked one meal a day for her son, and she poured laundry detergent into the food. Fortunately, her older son was always gaming. He didn't touch any of the food that was brought to him. But this kind of neglect made the woman completely snap. She stopped pretending to care about her child, started pounding frantically on his bedroom door, screaming curses at him.
대체 몇 년째야? 더 이상 못 참아. 차라리 이럴 거면 죽어.
It turned out the older son had been gaming for 5 years straight, except for using the bathroom. He never left his room. Now his mother had reached her breaking point. She turned around and headed straight for the circuit breaker. Just then her younger son came home from school, glanced at his mother and headed to his room. This made the mother even more furious. The older son wasn't even her biological child, so his disobedience was somewhat understandable. But now even her own flesh and blood was treating her with such coldness. She cut the power to the entire house. The whole place went dark. In the darkness, the older son slowly turned his head, his eyes gleaming with something dangerous. The next day the mother went to the mountains to exercise as usual. She had no idea someone was following her. A man in a hat had been trailing behind her. Soon a scream echoed through the woods. The woman collapsed in a pool of blood, clutching her neck, her face frozen in complete disbelief. That afternoon the younger son was taking a nap, suddenly woken up by the doorbell. He opened the door to find a group of police officers. What they told him left him completely stunned.
어머니 최정윤 씨가 등산로에서 칼에 찔린 채 발견됐습니다.
Even more terrifying was that the killer was his brother who shared the same father but a different mother. And his brother had actually turned himself in at the police station. But when the police knocked on his brother's door, he was calmly playing video games, still wearing the same hoodie he'd worn during the murder. After being brought to the police station, he kept pretending he didn't know anything. He was clearly 22 years old, but insisted he was only 17. He also pretended not to know about turning himself in. Even stranger, every 30 minutes, he would act surprised to find himself at the police station, shocked to see his aged reflection in the mirror, constantly asking where his little brother was. His behavior didn't seem like an act. The detective had no choice but to call in Dr. Helu, a neurologist, hoping he could help with the investigation. Dr. Helu was indeed professional. Just by observing the older son's expressions, he immediately reached a conclusion.
지금까지 행동 양상을 봤을 땐 선행성 기억 상실증으로 보입니다.
To confirm his diagnosis, Dr. Helu took him for a brain scan right away. The results revealed massive blood clots in the memory center of his brain. This prevented him from forming new memories, keeping his mind forever frozen at the moment of his brain hemorrhage at 17, like a character in a movie reliving the same day.